Oh, yeah, I better fill you in on that one. Alright, guys, so it's an absolutely terrible weekend. Oh, my God. Scooby! All right, get them back in their little house. Anyway, Summer is just so uninformed of what's going on. So this little girl that got shot in Orlando, that singer, Christina Grimmie, that was Max's friend. I mean, this girl was itty, teeny, tiny, and they were on the circuit, and they were playing that club in Orlando. You know, it's just, I haven't heard any more about it because now we've had this mass shooting. And I do have to tell you, people are having a strange reaction to it. I mean, almost like they're going through the motions on the news. I was just ripping them apart last night on the news because they were talking about this GoFundMe page and everything, and this guy that was telling the story was laughing. I was ripping into them, ripping. And I said, George needs to somber it up a little bit. That these people don't know how to express pain or hurt or anything with their eyes is beyond me. These news people, oh, they were laughing. They're live all over Facebook now, so you can go on there and just rip into them. Oh, they were liking, thumbs upping my comment because George was just talking like, well, we're narrating a parade here. Look at this GoFundMe page. How much money they got. The news guy. You know, but Ann Curry needs to be the benchmark of how you act when these things happen. You know, and all these kids that got killed were young. Most of them are Latino because it was Latino night. I'm not even sure what that means, but, you know, they've all got Latino names, you know, and they were all young, you know, and the father, I better watch out because there's 8,000 civilians on an ISIS hit list. Because I'll tell you, they tell you to get rid of them. You got yourself a problem. His father ran some political talk show in Afghanistan. I'll tell you who you keep an eye on, FBI. Anybody who ran a political talk show in Afghanistan. Here's an idea. Am I wrong? Okay, let's see. We got an Afghan national here with a 20-something-year-old son. You know, nobody's going to know if we go all hinky and tap into this guy's, you know, IP address and make a duplicate and figure out what this kid is doing. No, they don't think of that. They checked this kid out and dismissed him. The father had a political talk show. I'll tell you where problems come in when people have radical political views, religious, whatever it is. I think their politics is tied to religion over there. They don't have a separate, you know, God and state or whatever it is. It's all the same thing. Anyway, 8,000. And so Florida is, Summer doesn't know this, but Florida is now the terrorist ISIS target is now Florida. So it's going to be a long summer. We better have big faith in our top cops. And I would hope to God, if you're on the list, they're going to let you know, you know, because, yeah, that's their plan. You know, they're going to go after civilians, and that's where I'll tell you how to strike terror, and people do that, you know. So, you know. I already made a time machine this weekend, and I went into the future and saw they were still using pinch collars. So, you know what? Kill me now. Yeah. Kill me now. I've done everything I can do. Oh, yeah, and apparently the talk of the town in this town in India, too. Because I made the mention of this guy, did this video. Oh, I'll show it to you, Summer. You won't like it. And he had his hands on his hips, and it looked very mean, and he was just whatever. So I said, hands on hips, bad. Well, apparently now. What? Oh, they're completely offended. This guy's apparently the top trainer in India. And this, you know, old woman is telling him, apparently my suggestions offend people. I just have to not watch their videos. Well, but apparently I'm the talk of the town. Not in a good way, but still.
What did you do?
I said, hands on hips, bad. You know, I just make rhetorical statements. They're not accusations. Do YouTube. Don't do cocaine. Don't put your hands on your hips. Use treats. Don't rub their head. Yeah, oh no. Huh? What possible motivation would I have to say that if it wasn't true? Anyway, that's what's going on. It's terrible. It was just a very unrelaxing, upsetting weekend, and because I get up at 3 in the morning, then I see all these things at 3 in the morning before, so then I have to kind of see everybody else come to the realization of what's happening. It's upsetting. I mean, and what he shot these people with was an AR-15. That's what my old boyfriend Paul pulled on me. Oh my God. So I don't understand. Well, but they had a cop on duty. I don't understand how a kid picks. Yeah, or no. I was in a firefight with the cop first.
I think he knew that they would be weak and all on drugs and stuff in there.
Why do you think they were all on drugs?
That's what they do.
Well, no,
Most of them didn't even have pants on, so they're all in there
They
probably taking
didn't?
Molly. No, if you watch it, you see these guys are coming out with their pants off, no pants on. So they're probably all in there taking Molly.
But it doesn't matter really
Just
what they're doing.
in a weak state, not able to protect themselves.
Well, anytime you've got a mass of people in an AR-15, there isn't any way. I mean, clearly no one in there acted heroically. Yeah. Okay, I hadn't heard that, but I mean, that I understand, this guy was engaged in a firefight with the cop, and then ran in there and took hostages for 2 or 3 hours, and finally SWAT went in there, and it's not going to be pretty. Oh, I guarantee you, they're going to find out at least 1 or 2 of these people were killed by friendly fire. I can't imagine that they weren't. I don't understand, with all the doors and everything that this club has, how this guy can take that many people hostage.
He barricaded the doors, locked them all in there like that, shooting.
But he couldn't have locked all the doors first.
That's what I want. How are you just walking around with these?
They need to start. Well, they're treading lightly. I mean, they're keeping it close to the vest, but there needs to be some kind of reenactment. I don't understand how a 3-year-old picks up a gun and shoots another kid in the head. A cop who is trained engages an Afghan national carrying an AR-15 and can't hit him. Even wound this guy. Sorry.
It's upsetting. I can't even watch it at home.
No, makes you not want to go out.
I knew that the world was like it is.
People have said that for 5,000 years.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, they do. There's people that won't have kids because they don't want to bring kids into this world. There's religious zealots that kill all their kids because they don't want their kids to be in this world. So you can't think like that. You've got to think, I've got to do everything in my power. What can I do to make this kid be somebody that could help change the world for the better? I mean, that's the only hope there is. That's the only hope there is, because there's always going to be evil, angry people. And until you empower, and if you said, well, it's an equal balance, the people that aren't like that, and there's more good people. There is more good people. That's why the bad people have to do such terrible things, because there is more good people than bad people. But Jesus freaking Christ, FBI, the father ran a political talk show in Afghanistan. Here's a kid we should keep an eye on. And they already checked him out, but no. We don't see any problems. He seems fine. Well, he wasn't fine. He wasn't fine. And they're very homophobic. They're very homophobic, and it's attack on everybody. But I have a lot of empathy for people that are gay, because they are. It's in the formula that you're going to be bullied and face cruelty. And people that don't deserve cruelty. People as a general rule who are, I think, kinder than average. You know, and maybe it is because of the cruelty. You know, maybe people that are really kind, or that's how they deal with cruelty. You know what I mean? Or maybe that's where it comes from. Maybe you have to have cruelty to have kindness. I'm not sure. You know, if that's the yin and the yang, you've got to have brutal cruelty to have overt kindness. I don't want it to be that way. I didn't make the world. You know? And it's a terrible way to feel, to understand. Again, Osama bin Laden and Mother Teresa. If that's your spectrum, you know. Anyway, so we can't go out. We can't do anything. We're just, you know.
No concerts. Just stage it.
Yeah, we can go to online, but, you know. We're both Summer and I are going to have to go get, you know, concealed carry permits, because I can guarantee you, if there is an active shooter situation, I'll tell you the kind of person I am. Someone that takes action. All these other people claim they're going to take action. They don't take action. Based on what they have previously done in their lives, they're not taking any action. You know, there's not time not to, you know, I don't know. Let's like have a limited amount of time to make a difference in the world. You know, tell people, you know, I just, you know, not that I want the FBI at my door, but they're going to have to do a better job. You know, how many people had a political talk show in Afghanistan that came to this country? You can't keep an eye on this guy. You know, anytime you're willing to get up in there and spar with politics, it shows you may have some radical views. If you come from a country like that, anyway, I cracked the screen on my phone, Jimmying, and anyway, we're all upset. So anyway, we're just going to go do some videos, because that's what we do. That's all we know how to do. That's what we do. So we're going to go do what we do, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.